Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be creating this motion edit. So it's going to take us maybe say 15 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to last, but it's a very simple something. So we're going to start by marking out the scenes in this video. We have like 4 scenes: the road, the card, the buy stuff, and the iMessage. So what we're going to do first, we're going to create our custom background. We're just going to import our text, then take it below like this. So we're going to be creating this first scene. So we're going to disable the first clip, then extend our text. We're going to highlight this text, Windows plus column key, then we're going to select this square symbol. We're going to increase the scale and the size. So we now have our background. We're going to duplicate this, then turn it to black. Then no need for doing that. Then Alt plus G. We're going to go over to Max, then select the rectangle. So we're going to expand this rectangle like this. We're trying to create that wallet or the cat stuff that you saw in the video. So we're going to give it that round corner something, and we have the round corner stuff. So I've dropped the link for the assets, so you just copy and download the assets. Link will be in the description. So we're going to import this the logo first. Then as you can see, we have the logo coming, then arriving soon, your Porsche is on his way. So we're going to keep this logo here, and we're going to import our text. In this text we'll be writing arriving soon. We're going to reduce the character and make it bold. Then we're going to, as you can see, the text is coming out from the logo. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We can add the exclamation icon. Then we can reduce the size and take it here. Then we're just going to duplicate this, then change the right up. Your Porsche is on its way. So I'm just going to try to reset my CapCut. I don't know what's wrong with it. So we now have this. So we're going to just bring this below and remove the bold, then reduce the size. So we now have it like this. So we're going to be creating the loading bar animation that has the car coming out in the edit. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to text, or we could have just copied this too, but I want to show you how you can be able to do that on your own. So we can just create the text, we can just import a text like we did before, then highlight and Windows plus column key. We're going to import the square icon, then increase the font size. Then we're going to copy this and paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, then change the color to black. Then we're going to take the white one. We're going to compound clip. Then we'll take this white one on top. Then we're going to go over to animation. We're just going to look for something that has, an animation that is going to make this stuff load. So we're going to be trying a couple of animation. So we can use showing right. You can still check for more. I think there's clock wipe. No, I don't think clock wipe. Anything that can just slide will be able to do this. So we now have this stuff like this. So we're going to go back, then we're going to cut this from the point the white stuff is coming out. Then we're going to take it here. Then we'll go to video, max. We're just going to reduce this. Let me just take it over to the white so I can be able to see what I'm reducing. We're going to make this very tiny, and we're going to take it down. So So we're going to extend it like this. I'm just going to take it down, sorry, let me take it down. So we now have the loading bar like this. So we're going to be adding the circle, the red circle. So we can just duplicate that background, just bring it here to save time. Then Windows plus colon key, go over to symbols and pick the circle icon. We change the color to red and we reduce the font size. So we now have it looking like this. We're just going to place it till the loading bar is full. We have something like this. So we're going to make sure the loading bar is not coming out. So we have this. So we're going to cut this because we don't need it coming from the start. We just need it to be there when the loading bar is finished. So we have this. Then we're going to import our, let's take this one up. We're going to import our the car we're going to be using. So let me just, I have everything in the link already, but I forgot to import this, so I'm just going to do it now. Okay, I have it here. So this is the car we're going to be using. I'm just going to import this and place it here. We're going to use the mirror icon, the two triangular stuff. So we're going to make the car face the other way, reduce it, and we're going to just place it here. And we're going to extend this to look how the bar, to place it in the correct position. So we're going to be adding keyframes to this vehicle, so it's going to move when the bar loads, you understand? So we can, we have to time this. We have to add a keyframe here, then add another one there at the beginning. Then we have to move this car. Make sure the car is in a straight position. You can import your glide and roller, to just to make sure that the car is in a straight position. Then we can smoothen this. We can smoothen it out just by adding cubic out to this animation. So I think we have this already. We're going to extend this, and this is our first animation. So we're going to be adding, let's just cut this way, and can highlight everything and delete right and delete every other thing on the right side. So we are going to be adding animation to this arriving soon. I love using set to right. I don't know why CapCut does not have a search icon in the animation stuff, so you can just be able to search the animation that you need. It's kind of stressful looking for the animation you want to use, instead of you can just search it and put it inside, drag and place it in. So this is it, set to right. Then the other one, you're just going to be using any basic animation. Just play around with it, anyone you like or anyone you want to use. Okay, we can use waving or type. Just play around with it. Any animation that you feel is okay. We can use set showing right. I think this is okay. It's good. It just makes everything come out from the logo. So we have it like this. So we already have our first clip. So we're going to highlight everything here and Alt plus G, we compound clip. So this deletes the car, so the car matches with the loading bar. You can also as well delete the logo. I forgot to do that, so you can as well delete that logo so that the logo fits in. So we're going to compound clip this. So right now we already have the first animation, so we're going to be creating the second one. So this is the second one. We're just going to be having the wallet closing and a watch inside and the bright stuff. So I made a mistake. I was supposed to leave the compound clip for the wallet, so that we're going to use it to create the closing in animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the compound clip and max. We're going to add the keyframe there. Then we're going to reduce this. No, there's a mistake. Sorry. There's something I'm not getting right. Sorry, you can just Control Z. We're going to be adding our first keyframe, then we're going to add the second keyframe. I know I was missing something. Then we're going to reduce this. We're going to turn this to a smaller box and just raise it up and smoothen it out. So we now have the box looking like this. So it's just going to come in like this. Then we're going to import on the watch. So I have the watch. This is the watch. I'm just going to place it above. Then just place it inside like this. So we're going to reduce it so that it stays inside when the box is completely small. So we have it like looking like this. Then we can just copy. We can just copy these and change the color to blue. Then we're going to be deleting those keyframes. Delete the second one. Then we are going to resize it so we can be able to place in our buy icon. So we're going to resize this like this, then give it the round effect. We can make this smaller. So as you can see, we have the buy icon and we have a slide in it. So we're going to be doing that now. So we're just going to make this smaller so text can be able to fit in. Then we can add a text buy. We're going to make it bold, then reduce the size. We're going to take it down. We can use maybe another bolder font instead of using the normal default system font. We can use this font here. Just you can use any font that is bolder. You can use any bold font precisely on medium. So we now have the buy icon like this. So the box, you can actually resize that box. I think the size I gave it is not actually nice, so you can resize the box by yourself. So we're going to be deleting all the clips from. We're going to be deleting all of them. So this is what we have left. So we've gotten to this. We're going to be creating the third scene. So we just have the road, the car, and the message stuff. So this is the road. We're going to import it, rotate it this way, and drag it to the left. We're going to go to this transform. We're going to turn on the uniform scale. Then we're going to increase the width. We're going to increase it so that when we are animating the road, we have a longer road to animate. So we can change the opacity to give it that light color, as you can see in the video. So this is our road. We are going to be adding our vehicle. We're going to rotate it this way and reduce the size. So now we are going to be animating the road and the vehicle all together. But first of all, let me create the icon with the image inside and the name. So we're going to highlight this Windows plus Chrome key. We're going to import a circle icon and we're going to make this video. I'm going to increase it like this, then duplicate the circle, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So learn to use shortcuts. It's going to make your editing faster. So we're going to add the triangle icon like this. We're going to rotate it this way and drag it out here. So we're going to be playing around with the size of that triangle so it can have that message pointing stuff. So we're going to reduce the height and the scale. So we're going to reduce it like this. Let's reduce it. You can just play along with it to make sure it fits perfectly. So after doing this, we can turn on the uniform scale. So we now have the icon. Okay, so we're going to import the animated the character. We're going to rotate it this way and reduce the size. We're going to place it in the middle like this. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure it fits perfectly in the middle, so you can have it like this. Then we're going to import another text. We're going to be writing the name Elizabeth. So just delete this and add the name Elizabeth, change the color to black and reduce the size. So we now have the name like this. We're just going to add keyframes to the road to make this road move. So we're going to add 2 keyframes. Sorry, I think there's a mistake. We are supposed to extend the road so that the keyframes is going to fit perfectly well. So we're supposed to have the road going up, not going down. I think we're supposed to have the road going down, then the car going up. I'm confused right now, but anyhow you want to do this, you can play around with it. I just have to take this vehicle down and add a keyframe. So to make this look more smoother, we try to make sure that the road is at the edge, so that when we are adding our animation, the road can look smoother. You understand? So you can extend the second keyframe, because the far the keyframe, the smoother the moving road is going to be. Sorry, let me just delete this. I'm trying to extend the road so that we can have everything fit in. So I'm just going to extend the road and I'm just messing up everything. So let me just Ctrl Z all of this. Let's start from the beginning. So we're going to increase the width so the road is now longer. So we're going to add a keyframe and the second keyframe. Then we're going to take the road up. Make sure that the road is at the edge so that the animation can look smooth, or you can also add your glides and your ruler to make this animation smooth. So we can take this keyframe, extend it a little bit, then we can add a keyframe to the vehicle and bring it out. So try as much as possible to place the vehicle at the center of the road. So we're going to smoothen this out. We now have the road and the vehicle like this. So I think the road is supposed to be going down, but I don't have time to redo this. So you can actually do it yourself. You can make the road go down and the car coming up instead of the road and the car going up. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So you can actually do this yourself. But this is what we have. Then let's just play this. You can see we have gotten up to this extent. So we are going to be animating the icon that has the girl character inside. So let's cut it from here, and we are going to compound clip the 3. We're going to compound clip the name, the Elizabeth, we're not going to compound clip that. So we're just going to compound clip the tree and we're going to be animating it. So we're just going to add a keyframe. We're going to bring it down like this, so it's going to follow the car. So let's add a keyframe and another keyframe. So we're going to go back to the first keyframe and reduce the size, then drag it over closer to the car. So we're going to have the icon coming out. So let's reduce this. So we're going to compound clip. We're going to extend the name and compound clip. We're going to be animating the name, maybe a fade in or a blur, I don't know, whatever kind or type of animation you want to use, you can use it for this. For me, I'm going to be using I don't even know what animation to use right now. I'm just going to be using normal fade in, and we're going to be smoothing this animation. We're going to smoothen the animation out to make it look smooth. We are going to compound clip the tree, and we now have it like this. So now we're going to be adding keyframes to the letter and the icon, to make it move with the car. So we're going to take this up. We now have it looking like this. So we're going to bring this out. First of all, let's smoothen it out, and let's sync the movement of the car and so we have it looking like this. So we can raise it up so it follows the car. So we have it looking like this. Then we can smoothen this out. It's not going to work this way. I think we are just going to leave it like this. But I think before you add keyframes, you can reduce it first before adding keyframes. So I think this is okay. We now have it looking like this. I think it's faster than the car. So let's try to take it. Let's smoothen this out. No. Let's use cubic out for this. Cubic out. So we now have car and the stuff looking like this. So we're just going to compound clip the tree. We're going to highlight 3, then Alt plus G. So we now have 3 of the animations. Just one animation left, one of the scene. So what we're going to do, we're going to also cut this from here and compound clip the 3 all together because it's the second scene. So what we're going to be doing to this one, we're going to be adding a keyframe. So that means we're going to be adding a keyframe to the 3 of them. So this we're going to compound clip. We're going to compound clip this. There's a mistake. We're going to first of all compound clip the wallet stuff. So there's a mistake there. So you just compound clip these 2 together, then add your keyframes. So we're going to go over to the first keyframe, and we're going to extend it like this till it fills the screen, and we're going to smoothen this out. So we now have this looking like this. So we're going to extend this so we can have the animation looking like this. Then this part, in the video we have this animation going down. So we're going to reduce it, then take it down. Then don't forget to add your blend keyframe. Just click on the first keyframe and add a blend keyframe to the two of them. Then the second one, reduce the opacity, then smoothing this out. So we now have the icon going down. Then we can just put this in the middle, so immediately it goes down. We can have the road coming out like this. So we can add another keyframe here just to spice this thing up. We're going to add a blend keyframe to the both of them and reduce the opacity in the second keyframe. So we now have our animation like this. So we are making progress. So for the last animation, we're just going to import a text and write iMessage and that of the date as well. Change the color to black. Then reduce the character. You can also remove the bold stuff. So we can have it like this. Then we can reduce the opacity. But first of all, let's add the time and the location. London 23. Then you can add any time of your choice. So we're going to reduce this. We're going to make it smaller and the iMessage probe. So we have this looking this way. So we can just reduce the opacity. Let's use 59 for the both of them. 59. We now have 59, so we can import our chat box. We can place it here. So you can, maybe when editing, you can resize your workspace so you can be able to see your timeline very well. So we can just import the two chat box, then mirror it this way and the other way. So we have our chat box looking like this. So we're going to be writing the two texts inside the chat box. But first of all, let's cut this. So we have it looking this way, and we're going to write why did they fail, the reason is. So we're going to import our text and write what is in the chat box. So we're going to be reducing the opacity. Don't forget to reduce the opacity for the both of them. So we now have the stuff looking like this. So we're just going to be animating the text. I think we should use set to write. Or you can just play around with the animation. You can use maybe a typing animation or anything you want to use. So I just want to use these two. So we're going to reduce this and reduce this, so we can have these two coming in this way. So I'm going to be leaving the rest of the animation for you to do, but we can spice this up by adding motion blur to all of them, to all of the compound clips that we have. just to make the animation more smooth. So we're going to wait for the compound, for the motion blur to do its thing. So while we're adding motion blurs to make the animation more smoother, so we now have this looking like this, and text coming out and the tone message. So I'm going to be leaving the text box for you to animate as an assignment and the last edit. So this is the end of our tutorial. Do well to subscribe, share and comment on my channel. Thank you and see you in the next one.